Yo, what's good YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today's video, tonight's video, because it's like 4:53 at night. I should be asleep, but I might as well pump out one or two videos. You guys know I like Five Nights at Freddy's. I've been wanting to I want to let y'all know ever since like I've known about Five Nights at Freddy's, which is like a long time ago. I've always wanted to like play some more. Play some FNAF fan games, some more of them. I did play a few on the channel, but I might play some more since it's Halloween. But yeah, this is FNAF lore explained in 10 minutes. I like FNAF. Some of you guys like it, but most of you guys like Undertale a little bit more. I like both. I like Undertale and FNAF. So we're gonna see how much lore. I know like most of the lore, but I know I do miss some. So we're gonna refresh our brains. This was just on my For You page, and I've been looking for something to react to, honestly. And since it's Halloween, a lot of FNAFs, anytime it's like October or November, a lot of FNAF stuff pops up on my For You page around that time. So without further ado, let's get into it.
FNAF lore in 10 minutes, ready, go. A guy named William moves from England to a small town called Hurricane with his wife and 3 kids.
Okay. I know about William Afton. I did not know he lived in Hurricane.
It's in this small town that he meets a fella named Henry, who has his own kids, and Henry and William become good friends. They decide on a business venture to open up a family diner that sold cake, and with the main attraction being these 2 animatronic suits that can either be an animatronic or can spring lock into suits that humans can wear. Keep that in mind, it'll be important later. Henry wore the Freddy suit and William wears the Bonnie suit. Fellas, business is booming for Fazbear's Family Diner, so much so that they open up another branch called Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, where he creates 4 new
where all hell breaks loose.
animatronics: Bonnie, Chica, Freddy, and Foxy. But what we don't know about William Afton is that he's a crazed lunatic, an absolute psychopath. It is for—
Dude, I want to play a FNAF Gmod map, bro, but I cannot find— I don't know if y'all know. It's an old video. Listen. I'm gonna say this, bro, but I'm not Unk, bro. So like, watch out and I don't want to hear nobody in comments saying that I'm Unk, okay? But I used to watch Markiplier's old Gmod FNAF videos. Now, if you know what I'm talking about, bro, listen, those videos were fire. He never posted the map in his description, I don't think. I could be wrong. I would have to check on that because I never really checked the description when I was like younger. But yeah, it was pretty cool. I've always wanted to do something like that, but Gmod is like super complicated and it's super unstable. So like, not a lot of assets work. So, who knows? You might get that in the future. Maybe this month.
For this reason that it's assumed that Henry created an animatronic called the Puppet to protect his daughter Charlie from danger. One day in Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, Henry's daughter Charlie gets locked outside of the pizzeria. However, the puppet can't save Charlie as it's stuck in a box. And as William pulls into the driveway, he ends up murdering Charlie and dragging her into an alley. Once the puppet finally gets out of the box, it goes outside to protect Charlie, only to find her dead. What happens next is that Charlie's spirit inhabits the puppet, so it's now possessed by Charlie's spirit, and Henry lost his only child. Now, while all of this is going on, let's focus on William Afton's family. He has 2 sons.
One thing I didn't understand, like, this is my thing about Springtrap. And this is why I like Pepper Guy. This is why I think Purple Guy is a complicated character, you know? He didn't have to murder Henry's daughter, but he chose to. And I feel like he did it because like he was just in it for the love of the game, I guess. I don't know. But like, you know, let me continue.
And a daughter, but right now let's focus on the boys. The small one is Evan and the older is Mike. Evan is scared of the animatronics and Mike sees this as a wonderful opportunity to prank Evan.
That's cool and all, but I don't play ship or
on Evan's birthday party, Mike, like the older brother, decides to put Evan near the mouth of an animatronic version of Freddy to give him a big kiss.
Yeah, I remember this part.
What happened instead is that the spring locks on the suit fail due to the moisture of the tears, which ends up causing the animatronic to bite down on William's kid like a—
Like, it's so crazy. Like, what brings you to do this? Like, I know this was like probably in the 80s, no, 1980s or something like that. So, like, honestly, back then, you know, people didn't really care about the concept of death or like stuff like that, you know.
Big Mac, killing him, thus marking the bite of 83. The death of his youngest son was enough to spiral William Afton's mind into even more chaos and psychotic behavior.
Wait, the crying child was you. Wait, what? The crying child was William's son?
Which ends up causing the older brother. Evan is scared of the William Afton's family. He has 2 sons and a daughter, but right now let's focus on the boys. The small one is Evan and the older is Mike.
Okay, Evan. Evan is the crying child. Got you. From FNAF 4, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, FNAF 4, because it's like based off of him.
The animatronic to bite down on William's kid like a Big Mac, killing him, thus marking the bite of 83. The death of his youngest son was enough to spiral William Afton's mind into...
Also, I did make a FNAF series on Minecraft. The community helped with the map. Shout out to them. I did get some of the dates wrong. I think I instead of like 87, but like nobody really gets the dates in like FNAF and like when they do FNAF RPs and stuff like that and like storylines and stuff like that. They don't really get the dates right. I've noticed that, but like I try to be as accurate as possible. So, make sure I watch that. That is the playlist, and if y'all want me to continue that series, who knows, bro? Who knows? It just requires a lot of editing, so y'all would have to like blow up those videos for me to continue.
Even more chaos and psychotic behavior. He ends up luring 5 children into the safe room of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, dressed up as Spring Bonnie, from which he then kills them. But where would he hide the body?
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, bro. This minigame right here. Hold on, where is it at?
His mind into even more chaos and psychotic behavior. He ends up luring 5 children into the safe room of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, dressed up as Spring Bonnie.
This mini game right here, it starts off like perfectly fine, but once you, and I'm pretty sure this mini game is from the FNAF 5. I'm pretty sure. With the where you look in the vents or like that. For sounds and you do your task. It starts out fine, but it slowly gets creepy and creepy and creepy, and then it shows this scene, which is actually insane.
From which he then kills them. But where would he hide the body, you may ask? Well, when Afton was designing the 4 new suits, he made a compartment specifically designed to fit children inside of the animatronics.
Diabolical, by the way.
And because of this, no one was able to find any evidence. The puppet, witnessing all of this, decides to assist the children. But there's 5 children and 4 suits. Where would the extra child go? Well, the extra child was stuffed into the Golden Fredbear costume. So now we have 6 kids that have their souls stuck in animatronics. Shortly after, Afton ends up getting fired from his own company and the restaurant is closed down due to health violations. However, William Afton didn't stop there. After the closure of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, he decides to make a new company called Afton Robotics and creates a new location specifically designed to murder children. But why, you may ask? Well,
there's no reason. It's for the love of the game. Pretty much, it's just for the love of the game. He just loves doing it, I guess. I don't know. Springtrap's like my goat, but like he did some messed up stuff. But I think he's just doing it for the love of the game, to be honest, bro.
Afton was murdering the 5 children, he discovered a way to become immortal, introducing Remnant. When the kids died...
Oh yeah, and that too. I completely forgot about Remnants.
They released this material called Remnant, which bonds their soul on...
I'm pretty sure he was trying to bring his daughter back. Right? I don't know. I think he was trying to bring his daughter back. I could be wrong.
Something. This is basically how the missing children and Charlie were able to possess the spirits of animatronics. He uses this information specifically to create Circus Baby, who was able to lure children in with games and then crush them inside of her stomach. So now we know that William's youngest child is dead, and his eldest is doing something not really important right now, but maybe later. Anyway, Elizabeth, Afton's daughter, is here at this private party to unveil the new location in the franchise, until Elizabeth gets a little too close to Baby, and yeah, she gets folded like a lawn chair. Anyway, because of this incident, the Circus Baby Pizza World was shut down due to a gas leak. But rest assured, he still kept the animatronics open for rental.
The fact is, when the girl died inside the baby suit, I never beat Sister Location because it was just too difficult. I would like to beat it on the channel, but I would prefer to do those games on like live streams. I don't know. I don't know why, but when the girl was like caught, the baby was like siphoning two, three, two, and then like when the children were going in and out of the room. It's funny how like the children didn't know, like didn't like feel like something was off or something like that. I don't know. Maybe, I mean, they are kids at the end of the day, so who knows?
For what reason? Well, you remember this guy, right? Afton's only son? William, being the wonderful father he is, he sent his son to locate and free the soul of Elizabeth, who is trapped inside of Circus Baby. So now let's shift to the new star of the show, Michael Afton, who survives the first 4 nights pretty well, until around the 4th night, where technicians are instructed to scoop out the shells of the animatronics and take the salvageable endoskeletons. This scooping machine also has some remnant. I wonder why. Soon enough, all of the animatronics get scooped, but they all combine their parts of their endoskeleton into some weird megazord known as Ennard. On the final night, our man Michael ends up finding himself in this godforsaken scooping machine, and it turns out Baby's true intentions were to scoop the living hell out of Michael's organs and make some room for Ennard to chill in there, like some fucked up hermit crab. Needless to say, our boy Michael gets scooped like he's one of those strawberry sherbet ice creams, and all that remnant keeps his soul alive, whilst Ennard makes his way inside of the corpse to escape the complex. Wait, wrong game. Eventually, we realize that
That's a goated game, by the way. That's a goated game.
Michael's body slowly ends up deteriorating due to him being basically a walking corpse. A few days later, Ennard ends up escaping into a sewer system, and just when you think our boy is dead, he gets reanimated back to life. Now that Michael has freed Elizabeth, his new goal is to find William Afton. Fast forward a bit, Michael isn't able to find his father, but while all of this is happening, William decides to go to the original abandoned location to dismantle all of the old animatronics. William ends up snapping,
and that's where he messed up, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. You really thought, as much as I messed with Purple Guy / Springtrap, you really thought there were gonna be no repercussions for what you did, bro. Hey, yo, there's always karma, bro. Well, not always, but like for what you did, there's karma. I'm not gonna lie.
Those fools like Lego bricks, but unbeknownst to William, he just awoken the spirits in a physical form. The spirits all gather up and confront William. However, in this safe room lies the very suit that William Afton used to kill these children. In an attempt to, I don't know, scare them, he puts on the suit and laughs mockingly. It was all fine and dandy, and
now this is why, okay, you know, actually, take that back. Yeah, there is always karma for people like this.
Until those spring locks on the suit got a little too loose, and yeah, William ended up getting crushed and mutilated, causing a very ironic death.
To be honest, some people, like over the years, some people was trying to like, there was an old, it wasn't a stick figure video, but it was like animation of William Afton's death. I think it's old, bro. Like it's like archived in YouTube. You would have to search hard for it. Well, probably not too hard if you typed in the right words, but it was like, it sounded, excuse me. It sounded so gruesome. I'm not gonna lie. Just imagine like metal caving into your body, bro. Couldn't be me.
Corpse just laid there for a while until some fools decided to reopen the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise as a horror attraction. They found the suit and thought, hey, this bloody animatronic suit seems to be perfect to put inside of a horror.
Which is weird, because wouldn't you think, like, wouldn't it smell bad? When you realize, oh, this smells like something dead, and you obviously would be able to see like decayed flesh and stuff like that. Come on.
Horror attraction for kids. When they do this, William decides to become alive again and stalks this area for a week. I say a week because after 1 week passed, the building was set on fire. The reason being unknown, but all that you need to know is that Springtrap, or William, is still alive despite the fire. It's possible it could have been Michael to set the fire in an attempt to try and kill William Afton, but we don't know. However, he didn't escape without significant damage, as now he has to repair himself a little bit. Well, Baby was ejected from this and ends up having to piece herself together into Scrap Baby, while the rest of Ennard dons a Freddy mask to become Molten Freddy. We've discussed a lot of characters this video, but there's one that I haven't talked about in too much detail. That would be Henry, William Afton's friend, whose daughter became the puppet. In all of this grief, Henry steps in to finally
I'm curious, like, what happened to Henry?
Devise a plan to end it all. He opens up a new pizzeria.
Wait. Henry he's to end it all. Henry was the one that made the final pizzeria. Okay. I got you, man. I got you. Okay.
Under the Freddy's franchise to gain the attention of the roaming animatronics, including Michael Afton, who still wants to find William Afton. Mike ends up getting the security job, and remember, he still looks like his father here. Henry creates an
Bro,
animatronic.
honestly, to be honest, it's ironic that once you think about it, when you play the final like pizzeria thing, it's kind of poetic. To be honest, like it's kind of like fitting because he's freeing his daughter, he's getting rid of Springtrap, something that shouldn't have been, that should have just been dead. Even though I don't think Springtrap is fully dead, I could be wrong. Who knows? But I always come back, to be honest. But yeah.
And to end it all, he opens up a new pizzeria under the Freddy's franchise to gain the attention of the roaming animatronics, including Michael Afton, who still wants to find William Afton. Mike ends up getting the security job, and remember, he still looks like his father here. Henry creates an animatronic to capture his daughter. The animatronic is called Lefty, and little by little, Mike collects every single one of the animatronics into one facility, all according to Henry's plan. And on the final night, we finally get to hear Henry. He has this awesome speech that my words couldn't do justice, so by all means check it out on your own. However, Henry's plan was to gather all the animatronics to one place in order to burn
It's a good speech.
them, freeing their souls. He tells Mike, the volunteer, that there was a way for him to get out, but he feels that Mike might want to die here. Henry commits arson to the building, killing all of the animatronics ever, including Mike, himself, and of course, William Afton, where his soul is presumably forever tortured by all of the animatronics.
Augment Code is the best AI coding tool for professional software engineers. They've put a lot of time and effort
Great,
making
dude. Fantastic.
We finally get a peaceful ending, all loose ends finally tied together.
Okay, let me look at the names real quick. So we got Gabriel, we got Fritz, we got Susie, which I'm assuming is baby. Jeremy, don't know who that is. And if somebody in the comment section want to tell me who that is in the back, let me know in the comment section. I'm not gonna lie.
They tied together. How peaceful. Until the next game comes out. This is where another company takes control of the FNAF games instead of Scott Cawthon, so there might be a lot of plot holes. But it's up to you on which story you want to continue or end with. Anyways, it said that before William died, he uploaded himself virtually onto binary code, and when they develop a virtual FNAF experience, William's conscious enters through code and now is in the virtual game. He's able to use his power to slowly take over people's bodies.
Wait.
William ends up finding
Wait, hold up. You said what? Hold on. Wait a minute.
control of the FNAF games instead of Scott Cawthon, so there might be a lot of plot holes. But it's up to you on which story you want to continue or end with. Anyways, it said that before William died, he uploaded himself virtually onto binary code, and when they develop a virtual FNAF experience,
How the freak did he do that, bro? That dude was... I'm pretty sure he was Ash.
William's conscious enters through code and now is in the virtual game. He's able to use his power to slowly take over people's bodies. William ends up finding a host named Vanessa to take control of, using her to create an alter ego called Vanny, which William can take control of. Shortly after, a new FNAF mall is created. God, these guys really need to stop making FNAF branded things. And go figure, in this mall, 9 children are missing. Our main cast is the glam rock series of Chica, Freddy, Roxy, and this alligator who apparently jumped the living hell
9 children are missing. I'm pretty sure it's... I don't think any children were missing in Security Breach. I think it was just like the main character, the main kid, right? I don't think any kids were missing. I could be wrong.
out of Bonnie and killed him. All you need to know is that these animatronics are in some way controlled by William Afton. Anyway, Glamrock Freddy ends up malfunctioning on stage because he is exempt from being controlled by William and he spazzes out. He wakes up near closing time only to spot Gregory, some homeless kid who presumably thinks that living in a mall with robot animals is a good idea. Now, some people assume that Gregory is an animatronic because how his vision glitches when he sees Vanny. Freddy and Gregory work together and basically end up stealing parts of animatronics to make Freddy stronger. To do this, they throw Chica into a trash compactor, snapping the alligator Monty into bite-sized pieces, and then promptly commit vehicular manslaughter on a fox. They end up exploring underneath the complex to find a replica restaurant where they find the Blob, a creature that has the souls of what seems like many animatronics. And William Afton? I thought you were dead. Anyway, William wants to resume his favorite hobby, killing children, so that's the reason why he wants to control all of the animatronics.
Bro, he's just doing it for the love of the game, bro.
Is just to murder children. But after an epic final fight, Gregory and Glamrock Freddy end up burning the entire complex whole, which probably won't work on William Afton. And right as William Afton is about to catch Gregory and Glamrock Freddy, William Afton is captured by the Blob to, I don't know, some other place now. As you know it, the complex ends up getting shut down, and that's the ending. We get a beautiful ending, similar to the one of Pizzeria Simulator, overlooking a hill with a lot of corpses, and this time, I can say for sure, all loose ends are finally tied together. until the books and DLC release.
You use AI every day, but what if you built what it runs on? At WGU, you...
Oh shoot, he didn't mention the game that I played. I forgot what it's called, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all have to see on the channel. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you want more stuff like this, and I'll see you boys in the next video. Bye.